Right now at 6, a man is under arrest accused of shooting his own son and forcing an hours-long standoff outside of St. Francis Hospital. He's 62-year-old Burge in tow, and this is his mugshot that we received from police less than 45 minutes ago. 2 News was first on the scene with live coverage on our morning newscast. We've been updating the breaking news ever since. Police say that Toe shot his 27-year-old son Neil. This happened on Main Street in Jinx early this morning while the two were in a truck. Toe drove his son to St. Francis and dropped him off with a wound to the leg. He then came back a short time later and sat in the truck where he stayed for 3 hours with a gun sometimes pointed at his chest. He surrendered to Tulsa police shortly after 9 this morning.
That standoff with the suspect forced Green Country's busiest hospital to go into lockdown, including the ER. Team coverage continues now with 2 News reporter Brandon Richard. He's live to show us the impact that standoff had on patients and hospital employees. Brandon?
Well, Karen, all operations have returned to normal here at St. Francis. The ER open and accepting patients. But this morning, a very different story, a frightening one on today of all days.
Absolutely. Full moon, Friday the 13th.
Even on the so-called unluckiest day of the year, IMSA supervisor Joe Ringer never imagined his paramedics would face a situation like this morning. A 27-year-old with a gunshot wound walks into the ER at St. Francis Hospital and tells doctors his father shot him. Police find the father parked in the ambulance bay outside the ER, armed with a gun, refusing to surrender, forcing the ER on lockdown.
Positioning where he was, it actually had locked down the whole east side of the building, basically.
Some workers and patients unable to leave or enter the building. Ambulances, even those from far away, unable to drop off patients.
We had to basically divert those patients to other hospitals. And this was not only impacting Tulsa, it was impacting all of northeastern Oklahoma because St. Francis is a major trauma center.
As minutes turned to hours, Joe began working with hospital leaders to reopen part of the ER through an alternate entrance, allowing doctors to care for some patients, while medics continued transporting those in serious condition, like heart attack and stroke victims, to other hospitals.
Just minutes before we were about to execute that plan, the individual surrendered.
Surrendered peacefully. A lucky ending on an otherwise unlucky day. And IMSA tells me another good thing is that they didn't have as many emergencies as they normally would on the Friday morning, and they say it's also good the standoff ended just after 3 hours because had it gone on to the afternoon or into the evening, they say it would have been crippling. Live in South Tulsa tonight, Brandon Richard, 2 News works for you.